Construction and demolition can be dangerous work. Bulldozers move over unstable ground. Heavy equipment dangles from hundreds of feet. Workers face serious risks from collapses, falling objects, and powerful tools. We're heading into the world of construction to learn more about the tools of that trade and how workers stay safe using them. First up, you see them on every construction site. Earth-moving machines like front loaders and excavators, or as they're commonly called, bulldozers. They do most of the heavy lifting at construction sites. But these aren't just big trucks. They're really a completely different class of vehicle.
Big machines like this one, they're called crawlers. It's because they use these caterpillar tracks instead of tires. It's kind of like a tank, and these tracks allow them to move pretty much anywhere it wants to.
It's a very powerful piece of equipment.
Bulldozers are also built to be strong because they need to be. At a high-rise construction site, a girder could fall from an upper floor, or a bulldozer could tip over if it encounters too steep a slope. The roof of a cab must be strong enough to withstand the impact and protect the operator inside. Let's see how much protection it provides.
We're going to use this big machine right here, an excavator. It's a pretty standard piece of equipment in any scrapyard. Attached to it is this giant magnet that can lift and drop huge weights.
And the cab of this bulldozer is supposed to support large weight. We're going to go ahead and use this 4-ton iron block.
That's 8,000 pounds. But before we drop it on top of the cab, we want to test it out on another vehicle like this car right here.
Regular passenger cars are designed to protect us on the road, in collisions or rollovers. But can they stand up to the kind of weight you find on a construction site?
What we're going to do, excavator's going to pick up the weight, come over to the top of the car, and gently place it on top of the car.
The crane has no problem lifting our 8,000-pound weight.
Drop it, baby.
Look at that.
I can't believe it.
It went right through the top.
Instant convertible, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think we can take this car back anytime soon. It kept all the windows in place, too. They just, like, cut it in half like a sardine can.
Look at it, crushed it. Look, the doors didn't even get touched.
The roof of this sedan is built to protect you if your car rolls over, but it's only required to support 4,800 pounds. Not 8,000. The kind of weight being moved around on a construction site. Once we get this weight off the car, we'll set it on top of that bulldozer to see what it does. The cab should be able to handle this 4-ton weight. Its frame is reinforced with a ROPS, a rollover protective structure. The roof and supports are reinforced with high-strength steel. It should keep the operator safe even if the bulldozer turns over and the cab has to support the weight of the whole machine. Now, we were going to put Dave inside the cab, but we couldn't be 100% sure he'd be safe. So instead, sitting in for Dave is our dozer dummy, Bobby. Now we're going to place that 8,000-pound weight on the bulldozer just like we did to the car.
That looks good.
Down!
Unlike the car, the bulldozer is designed to take this kind of weight. Not even a wobble or a shake, and our man Bobby is still in one piece. That's 4 tons, but the bulldozer is required to support at least 1.5 times its own weight. That's more than 35 tons, 70,000 pounds. But what if a bulldozer is hit by a falling object, like a steel girder from a couple stories up? Fortunately for the operator, the cabs are built to take it with a FOPS. A falling object protective structure. That was 800 pounds of scrap steel dropping from 15 feet.
Drop!
It's a lot less weight than 4 tons. But dropping it from 15 feet up, it has a lot more impact. Those 800 pounds exert thousands of pounds of force. Next, we're trying something much heavier. An I-beam weighing 2,500 pounds. Drop from 15 feet, 3 times the weight of the scrap and 3 times the force.
2,500 pounds right
Look
here.
at this. It didn't even bruise the cab.
That's unbelievable.
That cab's roof can support a lot of weight. And keep our dummy perfectly safe. But for the next test, Bobby's coming out. And Dave's going in. He'll be in the operator's seat to find out how much this bulldozer can take. Bulldozers are equipped with a falling object protective structure, FOPS. It can protect the driver against serious impacts. But now we're taking our dummy out, and Dave's going in to see what it's like inside when the weight comes down. He's got his safety glasses and his helmet on. We've got some options here. Should we go with the I-beam, weighing in at 2,500 pounds, or the 800 pounds of scrap metal? No, we're going with what's left of our car. It weighs about 3,200 pounds. That's 700 pounds more than the I-beam, and we're dropping it from 15 feet. So we can expect 28% more force from the impact. Okay, Dave's ready.
3, 2, 1, drop it! Coming. How was it?
Hey, you know, it's pretty intense. You're sitting in a cab.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you hear this big, loud thump.
Coming.
You can hear the glass breaking. You hear the metal start to stretch. You
Yeah.
can almost feel the whole tractor start to sway the way. You don't even know where it's going to go.
Yeah, well, it's the craziest thing in the world to see a car banana right over the top of this cab. Were you worried about the glass at all?
I was more worried about you than I was me.
Oh, no. I'm just a spectator in this thing, but I think that we did a pretty good job of testing how safe this thing is.